All right, we're recording. So, hi guys. Thank you for
Hi.
joining tonight. This is our first recorded team call in like a really long time, actually, I think. I feel like it's been a really long time. So, that makes me sad, but that's okay. Thank you guys for joining. I have a few things I just wanted to talk about before we really get into anything. Number one is there's going to be another shift shop preview on demand on Monday. So, make sure you're doing that or you're sharing about it, whatever. I am going to do a 7-day free Sean Week challenge from the 5th until I think the 11th, a Wednesday to a Wednesday, just because the 4th of July holiday just kind of like fell right at the beginning of the week. So if any of you guys want to like join me for that or whatever, just, feel free to invite to it and let me know. And we'll do kind of like what Candace did, follow the Shift Shop week 1 meal plan and do Sean Week. So that's what I want to do, just to get people's feet wet with the meal plan and these workouts. Because Shift Shop releases July 13th, which is like in 2 weeks, I think, if I'm doing that right. Whatever. But I'm super pumped about that. I don't know if you guys have been following like a lot of the coaches like Candace, Shane. Well, there's like a lot of coaches in the test group, but I'm sure we follow different people. But I feel like this time above any other time, so many of them are talking about how much of a mindset shift and like life shift that they've had from this program. And I know that 100% of that is because of Chris Downing. He's amazing. Like on the Success Club trip, doing his live workouts and just hearing him speak, I was just like, I just want to like sit down on this floor and like listen to you talk all day. Like that would be a good day in my book. But he is so inspirational and he has so much heart, and he like just wants to get people not only to change their physical strength, but to just change mentally. He is like a walking personal development person. So that program, I just want people to know, to share that in a way that lets people know that no matter what their fitness level is, they can do it. Because like in the test group, there's people of all age, like a wide range of ages, of weight, like there's people with limitations physically, and it's been amazing to watch them share their journeys. So this is definitely something that we have a huge opportunity to, like, I have a feeling that this is going to change a dynamic of our programs, like moving forward. I don't know, I feel like they're going to kind of, well, I'm hoping that they're going to be more like that, like more in your face inspiration. Like Shaun T's always been like that, but not every other trainer is as good at just feeding you personal development during your workout. And like those two guys are awesome. So I'm hoping that that's kind of how things are going to be moving forward. Anywho, so there's that. So Summit is like wicked soon. Like wicked soon. So basically, I mean, I know us on this call, we've been to Summit, so we know. So if you guys have any suggestions that maybe I missed or didn't think about, feel free to chime in. What I wanted to just say about Summit is, for those who are going, just be prepared to be overwhelmed, but in a good way. So we're basically going to this event. There's over 30,000 of us this year, I believe. And that's a lot of people. So that's a lot of people. We're going to be seeing a lot of people that we know either personally or people that we know through social media. So it's just like, it's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Like sensory overload in a way, but it is in a good way. I'm saying that not to like freak anybody out or scare anybody. I just want you to know, like, I wasn't really prepared the first time I went, and I kind of was like, like, holy crap, like my introvert, like I need to decompress and be alone self was like in sensory overload. And I think I loved it. I loved every second of it, but I didn't handle it as well as I wish that I did, meaning like moving forward afterwards, it kind of like drained me. because I don't think I was ready for it. So I want you guys to be ready for it and be excited about it, because that's like the beauty of it. Like, it is overwhelming, but it's also like, holy shit, like, look at all of these people around me of all ages, all sizes, like coming from all walks of life. And we're all in this together. Like, and everybody is so friendly. Like, I've never experienced walking up to somebody and saying hello and like getting a negative attitude or like response from them. So like, you're going to see a lot of coaches that you look up to, and they're always saying like, say hi to me if you ever see me. Like, they want, like, we're just like a whole big family. It's just awesome. So be excited about that. And as far as like things to bring, the past 2 years was in Nashville, and it is like really, really hot and humid. And I'm hearing that unfortunately New Orleans might be the same, if not worse. Worse, no. Okay, so good thing
that New Orleans is in like the swamp land. So not only do you have like the heat, but you have like intense humidity. Like, it is.
Oh man, okay, so that's good to know.
I'm going to be Ubering everywhere. Like, I've already decided I'm setting aside an Uber budget because walking is just not going to happen.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that we're rooming together, because I'm totally going to take you up. I'm going to hop in that Uber and we'll share.
Sure.
So as far as what to wear, thankfully for this event, like, a lot of the stuff is inside. So even like the nighttime events that they have, like in Nashville, we were outside in a stadium, and like, we were literally sliding around in the seats because we had swamp ass. So at least for this one, I'm pretty sure we're going to be inside for all of the events. But, you know, at night, like when we're going to and from places, you may be outside. I don't know how cold they have stuff inside. So basically, prepare to be in really, hot and humid weather, but have cover-ups, have like zip-ups. Like, when you go to the seminars during the day, all that I wear for that is like yoga pants or capris, like basically what I work out in. So like comfortable pants, a tank top, like a sports bra, like a cute bra, and I bring a zip-up because it is chilly inside. But outside, you are going to want to rip all of that off. So clothes-wise, you know, we're really only there for like 4 or 5 nights, depending on how many days you're going for. So it doesn't really require too much packing, which is a good thing. And like most of the stuff we do during the day, you're, like I said, you're going to wear yoga pants, like workout clothes, like comfortable stuff. But at night, it's kind of whatever you want. So I usually just end up bringing dresses because it's so hot and it's only one item that I have to really worry about. So that is what I want to say about clothes. I definitely recommend, if you have room or if you can fit it, to bring like snacky things. So one thing that can kind of end up happening is you're in the seminars for a while. You're sometimes going from one thing to the next. You might not necessarily have a lot of time to go get food. I don't know. Like, I've never been to New Orleans. I'm assuming there are a lot of places nearby, like where we can quickly grab food. But I personally didn't buy the lunches. So I'm going to try and bring like snacky things in case like I don't have time, or like the lines are really long, because that can happen sometimes. Because like, you know, like I said, there's 30,000 people there. So just be prepared. Like, bring your Shakeology packets or like little baggies. If you are an energized person, bring that. And like snacky things just to have them, and for like cost saving too, like it can't hurt. What else do I want to say? I just cannot even wait for those of you who haven't been there to experience the live workouts and the evening events. Like, they put on such a good show. They have such good speakers. Like, this is like, your minds are going to be blown. So I'm really, really excited for that. Is there anything anyone wants to add?
I'm going to add something, because I remember last year thinking, like, do people wear, I don't even know why I didn't just know this, but I was like, I wonder if people actually wear like Beachbody stuff. And I think I didn't bring anything that had logos on it, and was blown away that everyone was wearing something that was Beachbody. And it was just, I thought, I don't know, I guess I just figured that everybody would assume that, I don't know. I just didn't do it. So,
Okay.
and be prepared to shop at Core. That would.
Oh, thank you. Yes, core. Oh dear. So this year I'm gonna have to be on a budget for that.
Me too.
It's gonna be a challenge. Last year I spent an embarrassing amount of money. So yeah, be prepared for the core, and also keep in mind that you are going to be buying clothes. So when you're packing, like if you pack a small suitcase and you think like, oh, I don't need, like maybe I don't need to check a bag, I could fit everything into this small carry-on. Just remember that you are likely going to buy a decent amount of stuff at Core. Maybe not, maybe you won't, but the stuff that they have at Core blows away the stuff that they actually have online. Like it's like night and day when you compare the two. So sometimes they'll end up like, you know, a couple weeks down the road, some of the stuff that we saw at Summit will be on the website, but the majority of the stuff is only at Core. Core is incredible. You're going to walk in there and be like, oh my God, I feel like I love clothes and workout clothes in general. So like I literally stood there and just looked around and was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Like, where do I start? And also Beachbody has their own sneakers, so I'm assuming they're going to be selling those there. So, you know, just keep in mind, like space-wise, to leave room for stuff from Core. And another thing that I kind of wish that I had thought of last year was to keep, like, your coaches or challengers in mind. Like, if there's anyone you want to give a gift to, something from there is a really great idea for a gift, and it is a tax write-off. Whatever we spend at Core, I believe, is a tax write-off, or at least I did that. So keep that in mind too. And also bring a backpack and notebook and pen. And I think that's all I wanted to say. Anyone else think of anything to add? I think that's basically, and if anyone has any questions about it, you know, feel free to post in our team page and ask, because it's just an amazing experience. So I'm so glad that we have new faces going. It's going to be awesome. And then I'm probably going to do the same thing I did last year. Actually, you can watch it live from home.
Yeah.
And they probably have the recording. Like, can we watch that once we get back? Because last year, sorry, I'm asking questions now. Last year I went live on our page and like pulled my neck and shoulder from holding my phone for like hours. So I'm wondering if I don't need to do that, actually. I'm going to look into that and see if there's a way for you guys at home who aren't going to watch it live. And if there is that option, I'm assuming there's going to be again, I highly recommend it, because these seminars are from the best coaches. They give such great advice. And another thing to think of too is like, you're going to get so much information from what they're teaching us, like one after another. Like there's a lot of speakers that we're going to, a lot of people we're going to hear from, a lot of tips that they're going to give us. And I don't want you guys to think that you need to take everything and use everything. Like, and some of them will say this in their speeches. They'll say like, you know, you're hearing a lot of stuff here, and this isn't meant to overwhelm you. This isn't meant to make you freeze and be like, holy crap, this is way too much. Like, I can't even do anything with this. So like, recognize that and realize that you might only come away from this event with a few different things that you want to implement, or think of it that way. Like, once you come home, take some time, go over your notes, think of the things that stood out to you and use those. Take action on those things. Don't think that you need to like have everything in place and like literally use every single thing that you were told. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, I think that's all I wanted to say about Summit. Hang on, what did I say in the post that I wanted to talk about? I want to make sure I don't forget it. Oh, end of this month. So literally we have like 5 days left of this month. So I don't know. And like I said earlier, I wanted to do that free 7 days. It literally is the Wednesday up until the Wednesday that I'm leaving to go to Nashville. Like, I leave on I think it's the 12th actually, that Wednesday oh my God, I said Nashville, to go to New Orleans for Summit. So I figure that's the only 7 day window that I have to get people into commit to doing the free Beachbody On Demand, or if they already have On Demand, like that's committing them to a program and using the Shift Shop plan so that when I get back, I want to do a Shift Shop group. And so I think that's a really good, like, and I'm not, obviously I would never tell you guys what to do, but I think it's a good opportunity to use that time to kind of get people involved before we have that huge launch. And then Shift Shop obviously launches at Summit on the 13th. And for anyone who has Beachbody On Demand, you're going to see it right in your library, so you don't have to buy anything. And then the UK launch. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot about this right now because I want to talk more about the other thing. But in September, which UK people call that autumn. They don't call it the fall. They call it autumn, which I think is cute. But the fact that we are expanding to the UK is huge. So I really want you guys to start coming up with creative ways to take advantage of this now instead of waiting. So Candace had a diamond call, was it last week, I think, or maybe the week before, where she kind of like brought all of us together and was like, okay, I'm already doing these things to get ready. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, how can we capitalize on this launch and, get people excited and get people involved now versus waiting and then being like too late and trying to catch up. So basically what Candace did is she has, so you know how she has her Fit Mama Inc. like coach page, obviously. It's a group. What she is doing is she created a whole other private group. It's for UK people. So right now, people in the UK can get a free 30-day trial, not a 14-day, a free 30-day trial of Beachbody On Demand, and they can have a Beachbody On Demand membership. But they cannot have a coach yet. So there is one single link that these UK people have to use. It's the exact same link for all of us for them to get their trial and then to have an account if they want to continue on with Beachbody On Demand. So the reason that we want to start, reaching out to these the reason we want to start reaching out to these people now and getting them involved and excited and sharing about it on our personal pages, asking if anyone knows anyone in the UK who would want to be a part of this, using our like pages and boosting posts, putting ads up. The reason we want to get people together now is because we have the opportunity to introduce them to the workouts because they can do on demand. And what Candace does with her private group, so she has a group where she's putting anyone who's interested in either coaching or just being a customer all in one group. And what we talked about in that call with her was how it would be such a cool idea to share knowledge about our products while they're waiting for them to launch in September. So we can, get creative and start sharing information about Shakeology and what it is and why it's so good for you and the ingredients and what they do. We can talk about the performance line in detail. We can talk about all the different programs and like all the other products that we have to offer them come September, so that when September rolls around, they're excited and they already know what they want and they're ready to go. But also, the reason we want to be doing this now, building relationships with them now, getting them connected to us, investing in them now, is because, like I said, they're all using the same link. So they're all in this like cloud of UK Beachbody On Demand. Come September, they all get to sign up with a coach. You want to be their coach, right? You don't want someone else to, get all these people. And I'm not trying to say like, there's not going to be enough people for us to get, but you know what I mean? Like if you can start now, build that relationship and get these people excited, and then come September, they're going to sign up with you. They're going to join you as either a customer or a coach. And also you have the opportunity to add them to your challenge groups now, because again, they can use Beachbody On Demand. And what Candace is doing in her Fit Party group, she's got a lot of UK people in there. So they're using the Shift Shop meal plan. So they're getting introduced to that. It's just the first week, but they're getting, a piece of that. And, they can get the whole meal plan once the program comes out. But like they basically, they can have their like toes dipped before September. You know what I mean? So I think it's a really great opportunity for us to start thinking creatively with what you personally want to do to attract UK people to you. So I don't want, you know, when we opened up to Canada, I think it was in like 2014-ish, maybe before, I'm not entirely sure. But I totally didn't do anything about it. Like I didn't try to get people before, like I didn't capitalize on that launch, and I regretted it. And I don't want you guys to make that same mistake. I think this is, and what Candace has been saying about UK people is that they're really freaking excited, and they are like on it. They're like grabbing their on-demand trial. They're active in her groups. Like, I don't know, like it, you know, I'm not saying everyone's literally going to be like that, but I don't know. It's just a really good opportunity to start thinking about what you want to do with this launch. And, you know, you don't have to wait. Like, we can start now. And those are a couple of ways to do that. Okay. Does anyone have any ideas about, like, has anyone been doing anything or have any ideas about what you would want to do? Just out of curiosity. No, I haven't really started either, which I'm a little bit kicking myself over, but that's okay. And the other thing too is I recommend, if I guess this is totally up to you, but I think it's a good idea for us to market like our teams launching to UK too. So like, you know, for me, I would say, you know, my company is expanding to the UK and my team, Embrace Every Step, is expanding and would love to have you, and like getting them in my own like Embrace page and them getting to know me. Like, I think for each of us, we might want to do this separately because, again, we want those people connecting to us and building those relationships with us. That being said, if you don't feel comfortable with that and you want to, you know, team up with your upline, like reach out to them and see what their thoughts are, and, you know, talk about it in more detail. But anyway, that's that. Okay. So what I really wanted to talk about, and I'm talking way too much, so I do apologize, is I won't go too much longer. So I committed to starting the Miracle Morning routine, like kind of like I'm using the Miracle Morning like Lifesavers. I don't know if you guys have read that book, but the savers are, so you're supposed to wake up earlier in the morning and do these certain steps. So the savers all stand for a word. The first S is silence or meditation prayer. The A is for affirmations. The V is for visualization. The E is for exercise, R is for reading, and the last S is for scribing or journaling. And so I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, but I've been putting it off. And I recently realized that Gabby Bernstein's book, May Cause Miracles, is kind of a cool way to integrate into my Miracle Morning. I love Gabby Bernstein. Her book, The Universe Has Your Back, totally like came into my life when I needed it and has like changed my perspective. And I just love it. I love her. So I thought I really want to do the Miracle Morning, and her book, May Cause Miracles, is a 40-day guidebook where every day she has you saying a certain affirmation. She guides you to think a certain way, and each night you reflect on the day and kind of like, it's basically a way to shift away from your fears and into like a life filled with like love. It's awesome. I'm literally like, this is the third day I've been doing it and I already love her guidebook. So, but what I wanted to talk to you guys about was the affirmation from these past couple of days, because I think having fear of failure, rejection, what people think, you know, being a coach gets it, like you basically need to get out of your comfort zone a lot, and a lot of the times our fears can hold us back from doing that. And this book is like already helping me recognize my fears, what triggers them, why they're there. And her affirmations are like so good at basically helping you to, you know, recognize them and work through them and accept them and like go, you know, go around. So day 1, the affirmation was, I am willing to witness my fear. And she suggests that you say that in your head every time you feel your fear coming on. And your fears can be anything. It can be you're afraid of what people think of you. You're afraid that you don't have enough money. You're afraid of not being able to become a successful coach. You're afraid, like these are some of my fears. You're afraid that you're not a good enough leader. You are afraid of being successful. You're afraid of whatever your fears are. They can come in all different forms. So every time a fear pops into your head, she prompts you to say, I'm willing to witness my fear. So that kind of just helps you become aware of it. And then at night, she has you list out all of the fears that you felt throughout the day. So it was a really cool way to like acknowledge it. And I don't know, I love that. But moving on.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Was this it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's so awesome.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So day 2, the affirmation is, I am willing to see this differently. I am willing to see love. So then the second day, what you're doing is every time a fear pops in, you're telling yourself, I am willing to see this differently. I'm willing to see love. So for instance, every time, like for me, if I get afraid to message somebody that I've never messaged before, because I'm like, well, what if they look at my profile and they see that I'm a coach and they don't want to talk to me? Or what if like they think I'm sketchy by randomly messaging them? Or like, what if this or what if that? It's like your mind just starts running into this fear cycle. And this prompts you to be like, okay, I'm willing to see this differently. I'm willing to see love. So basically stopping you from thinking that way and realizing, hold on, what if this person is happy that I messaged them? What if this person has been wanting to reach out to me but has been too afraid to? What if this person is like totally going to be interested in what I'm doing, but I'm too afraid to message them, so I'll never know? You know what I mean? So it's a good way of stopping you and having you think of it differently. And then the evening yesterday, she had you list out your fears, but for every fear that you list, you say next to it, I am willing to see love instead of this. And I was just like, I was writing out my fears, and then I was like writing down, I'm willing to see love instead of this. And I was just like, holy shit, like this is totally, I don't know, it's just like totally making you see your fears differently, and it like minimizes them. Because when you see love instead, that part is just like more powerful. So, and today's is what I really loved, and that's kind of why I was like, I need to talk about this with you guys. So today the affirmation was, love did not create this. And the whole reason behind that was, she says that yesterday you were guided to become willing to see love instead of fear. And then today, you're affirming that love did not create your fear. And I was like, whoa. I don't know. I thought that was really cool. And then I'm also listing additional affirmations because like with the Miracle Morning, one of the things is affirmations. So I take some extra time and I'm writing out affirmations. And a couple, like I don't know, my mind was just like going. And I'm in a lot of like manifesting groups and like spiritual groups right now on Facebook, and I see a lot of them sharing affirmations all the time, and some of them really stood out to me, and I kind of like created my own. So I just kind of wanted to say some of them to you guys, not saying that you necessarily have the same fears as I do, but just in case you do, like this is why affirmations are so powerful, because you literally take your fear and you flip it. So like, here are some of my affirmations. I am willing to choose love over fear. I am a magnet for people like me. My vibe attracts my tribe. I am a magnet for women like me who are willing and wanting to change. I find joy and excitement in building new relationships and talking to new people. I basically, because it's real, in reality, it terrifies me. But if every day I start saying this to myself, like even right now when I'm saying it, I'm like, I want to start a conversation with a new person right now. Like I'm excited and I find joy in that. I am a focused ninja when I sit to work on my business. That's one that I need to say every day. What else? Oh, here's another one. I am excited and happy when my inbox is full of conversations with new people. I don't know about you guys, but I will have a day and I'll be like, all right, I'm freaking doing this. And I will like message a bunch of people and then they start replying back. And then I start seeing my inbox really full and my computer slows down because these messages are coming in. And I literally start to like my chest feels like it literally, I don't know. It makes like it's maybe I have anxiety. I don't know, but I literally have to walk away from it. I'm like, I can't even look at my inbox right now. And that's not a good thing if I want to be building more relationships with people, right? Like, no. So I'm going to start telling myself every day, I am excited and happy when my inbox is full because I want to be that person. And that is what affirmations are. You right now might have these fears that are holding you back, but they don't have to always hold you back. So writing these out in an affirmative way, if you keep doing that every single day, you're going to start believing it and you're going to become it. And that, like, I've only been doing this for 3 days and I'm already like feeling kind of that sense of like, wow, this like really works and this is awesome. So I just wanted to share that. Like, I highly recommend that book, May Cause Miracles, because of just the way in these past few days it's helping me recognize my fears and like switch them and like choose love instead and realize, you know, we have a gift to offer people. Like think whenever you're afraid to message someone or whenever you're afraid to talk to them about these programs or Shakeology or anything like that, like take a moment and think to yourself, how has my life changed because of this? What if I was never told about this? What if like picture yourself in how your life was before you had these programs, before you had Shakeology, before you had this team, before you had this community, before you had these challenge groups and tribes of women and men, if you like are working with men too, like what was your life like before? And do you want to go back to that? Or are you forever grateful that this was brought up to you? So like you have to, and like that's shifting it from fear to love. Like, you know what? If this person isn't ready right now, if this person is gonna ignore me, or if this person has a negative mindset about network marketing and like already has their mind made up that like, nope, I don't want to talk to you, fine. But at least you tried. Because like, what if, like I said before, what if they've been wanting to reach out to you, but they've been too afraid? Or what if no one has ever tried to help them before and you were the first person that actually cares? Like, that's huge. And the only way you're ever going to know that is if you choose love instead. Think of it in a loving way. Think of it like, tell yourself you're excited. Tell yourself, like, I might change this person's life. Like, that's a really big deal. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, and I hope that that was helpful. I'm glad I was standing up for that because I was just like very animated. Hi. Hey, do you want to say hi? Here, look it. Say hi.
Hi.
These are my friends. Anywho, I think that's all I got. I hope that made sense. I was kind of just like going. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
I think you're making a wise
decision. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope this was helpful, and I'm so excited to see your faces at Summit.
I can't wait.
So soon. All right, well, thank you guys so much, and have an awesome rest of your night.
Bye, guys.
Good night.